regular radio.
617-606-4122. I think we were going to take a break, but I think maybe
don't
we just
have time.
skipped through our break. Yeah.
We got to talk about two major things, which is the Keenan article, and also, but I think I really want to get to Garrett, who's right here next to me, wonderful Garret Kirkland, and the TSA on the MBTA, and if we can just talk about that for the next 5 minutes, we'll be good to go.
Awesome, sounds good to me. Hello.
Hey, good to have you back as always.
So what happened to the tea the other day?
Well, I don't know if people have noticed if they travel through the subway systems especially that they have these random bag search checkpoints popping up. Sometimes they're transit police. In this past incidents Thursday happened to be a TSA, under the umbrella of Homeland Security. Basically just doing random bag searches as if, you have to submit and prove what's on your person, without any probable cause or suspicion of wrongdoing. It's just a random check for your own safety. And it's
right, just like the random biological agents that I get spray around there.
They're searching people's bag coming off and on the T?
Coming into the train station, they have...
So, do you have the choice? You have the choice to walk away, but then you can't take the train, right?
I've heard of people that have, refused the bag searches or whatever, and they, inevitably get harassed to the point where they end up giving in or just leaving. And even when they try to leave, they'll still get harassed until they've actually gone. I've never actually been stopped to try, to search my bag. I've walked up to them and run my mouth and been like, you have no fucking right to be here. Like, right. I have Fourth Amendment. I have a human right, not to have to submit my person's effects, papers, or, possessions to your scrutiny for no reason.
Yeah, weapons pat down is one thing, but even that is wicked invasive.
A pat down? Yeah. Absolutely not. You keep your hands off me.
Exactly.
What about the people up there that think...
Exactly. You have to have probable cause that a crime's being committed, not just for your own devices.
What about the people that think they're just here to protect us?
Well, there's been this specter created since, post 9/11 that we are under constant attack, and that, if they don't have these random searches of bags, that somehow, these trains are going to get blown up, or there'll be these terrorists or whatever. It hasn't happened, and they haven't turned anything up. It's, to create this idea that we have to live in a prison state where we're being protected, for our own good. Is it really worth giving up your freedom to be a human being and not have to submit to random searches for no reason?
Yeah, well, yeah, and then you get denied your way to work. It's like it's such coercion to violate the Fourth Amendment protection from unreasonable search and seizure.
Right, and like I said, it's like I haven't actually been, stopped, or they haven't ever tried to search my bag. It's only ever been me running mouth to them, but, the idea, so we have this event coming up, a couple people, well, actually this woman named Tamerly got really inflamed about, because I put up a warning on Facebook, Thursday when I got to the office, hey, TSA checkpoint at, Davis Red Line.
Yeah. I have used those updates from you to make sure that I avoid that on my route.
I was taking Davis that day. I was going in, and I was like, oh shit.
That's awesome. It's like,
because I had weed on me. You know what I mean? It's like,
right. Well, and then it's like, what are they turning up with these checkpoints? It's like, are they turning up bombs, or are they turning up a couple of bags of weed?
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And are you a terrorist for a bag of weed?
They get to scold you in front of people.
Then you have the cost of these things, and you even touched on the biological sensors. That's another huge part of it. And this is Homeland Security again, and they're pumping these live bacterium into the subway system on the red line between.
It's harmless.
Is it red line?
It's red line.
My line.
It's between Davis and usually Harvard or Central, and even sometimes down to Kendall. They're testing these sensors that they installed over the past year to make sure they can prevent, or stop a biological attack or this, that, and the other thing. But basically using people as guinea pigs. So, at the base of it, Homeland Security in this state is performing egregious violations against our persons, whether they're submitting us to being human lab rats, directly or indirectly by testing these sensors with live bacteria that we're breathing in, which are fine in small doses, they say, for people who are healthy. How it affects people with respiratory issues or whatever, I don't know. They didn't say. And then the basic Fourth Amendment human right not to be molested, without a warrant. February 2nd, we're going to be gathering. We have a massive demonstration coming down. Everybody we've talked to wants to go full throttle on this thing. This is like 48 hours old now, and we've got, I don't know how many people are on. There was like 50 last night.
I'm
we're going to 66 right now. Confirmed.
Awesome.
35 maybes. So it's February 2nd, Saturday, February 2nd, 12 to 3 p.m. the idea is that people start from their end of the T and they meet at Park Street Station?
Yeah, exactly. We've identified 6 major points that we want to have starting from, where people are going to gather, whichever one's closest, most convenient for them, or whatever, and we're all going to converge at the Boston Commons. We're going to talk a bit, and the idea is that we're refusing to accept this. Okay, if they try to stop us on the subways and say, hey, you have to submit to this, that, and the other thing, absolutely not. Get me a warrant describing the particular place to be searched and the particular things you're looking for. Otherwise, blow off.
Can we film them in the T doing this? I wonder.
Why not? It's public property.
Space or not? I'm not sure.
Hey, if they can film you, you can film them. As James had said before on one of his things, is like, they work for us.
Yeah,
okay, when it comes down to it,
it says on their website, a passenger may choose not to be inspected, but then is prohibited from riding on the MBTA.
That's crazy.
And that's extortion. That's holding you hostage.
Absolutely.
Because here you are. You got to go to work.
Our taxes
you
are
have
going
to get to downtown
system.
Boston. You have to
You're not
get
allowed
to
to
your
go
office.
to work with a bag of weed in your pocket.
If you're late to work, all right, you could lose your job, and they hold that over you to make you submit to it, and that is crap. I want the TSA. I want Homeland Security out of the state, but we're going to start with a TSA, violating people on the subways and these testings of sensors.
And I'm sure the racial profiling is nice and ambitious over there too. It's like totally ridiculous. It's a clear violation of the Constitution, of our amendments.
They're going to target
Fourth Amendment
minority
rights.
students, and
Yeah, exactly.
Saturday, February 2nd, this goes down.
Yeah, just stay tuned. I'm going to have information up on the page for this, and I think we'll explore it at a later date. But I want to get that out there, and thank you very much for letting me.
Yep.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Garrett.
Unregular Radio.